Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got Craig here, he's from Norwich and he's purchased this Porsche Cayman. Well, this is all about Craig and just very interested and fascinated to hear his journey, how he got here to actually get a Porsche. You know, for us, it's mesmerizing to see any Porsche and especially to actually hear it from the mouth of the person that's actually bought it. I'd love to just know the history, the idea behind it and just everything he's got to share with us. So, well, Craig, you know, I know we're going to have a lovely test drive in a minute, but just briefly as an intro, why the Porsche Cayman? Why the Porsche badge? What got you to think of this madness?
I just love the Porsche brand and the quality that you get. Even with an older car, which is like 10 years old, you know, you can just tell with the shut lines and when you polish them, you're going to get a really good tight car. And I've just always loved the shape of them, and this one particularly, it just looks outstanding. I mean, I think it looks better than 911.
Thank you.
Personally.
Thank you. I had a customer yesterday. He said, "Is that Cayman available?" I said, "No, it's not. Someone's collecting it tomorrow morning." He said, "Did you know this guy has about 40 cars in collection alongside a couple of 993s?" He said, "Did you know that the Porsche Cayman is a better car than a 911?" I said, "Yeah, well, from a driving focused point of view, it is a better car than a 911.
Yeah.
What was your first memory of, you know, going back down the years, thinking, well, at this point in my life, I want a Porsche, or what was the first time it sort of caught your attention? And what Porsche was it?
Well, my brother-in-law did really well in business, and he was a multi-millionaire, and he bought a 911 turbo, and then he had another one. He bought two, wow. And every time I used to go over there, I used to look at this thing, thinking, one day I'll get one of these things, and I did. I actually saved up and bought a 911, which was a beautiful car, Carrera 4. Loved it, and but I didn't use it at all. My lifestyle at the time wasn't really conducive to a sports car. I was always driving the van, running furniture around and things, and but now I think to myself, you know, have a bit of fun. Yeah. I've got, you know, the kids are now out of the way, so I haven't got to worry about taking kids around, and I can just enjoy it. So I thought, yeah, I'll go back and have another one.
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear that, because I remember it was a 997, isn't it? It was the 997.
No, 996. I had a 996.
No, 996. Okay.
Yeah, Carrera 4, which was a beautiful car. I loved it. It was absolutely immaculate. And I get more pleasure walking around it with a glass of wine in the garage than I did driving it, strangely. But I think with this it will be different, because it's got the PDK, and I've always wanted. The other one was a manual, and I think this will be more. I'm a bit lazy.
No, you know, you want something that's in between, something that is still a driver-focused transmission, but at the same time something that, you know, you can take your foot off the accelerator and the clutch all the time. You know, otherwise you're constantly on those two things.
That's right. Yeah, so the flappy paddles. I'm looking forward to the flappy paddles. That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, we'll take it out. The roads are semi-dry.
Okay.
So let's see what sound you push out of that, you know, flat six Boxster engine.
Sounds good.
So let's get on to the test drive.
Excellent.
As soon as you've started it, I'll get your heated seats going.
You have to put your foot on the brake.
Perfect. Yeah. Super.
Whoa.
I mean, last time, if you remember, I was the one that drove it to the bottom of the road.
That's right. So you can see if you can get the grin off my face.
Mate, I've got a grin on my face.
Yeah. Gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. Such good nick as well. I mean, for a 10-year-old car, look at this.
I mean, you wouldn't think all of this is had someone sitting it for 53,000 miles.
Yeah, it's really good.
What are you most looking forward to this time around with your Porsche ownership?
I'm looking forward to just having a bit of fun. I've missed, because I drive a van most of the time, I miss that. When you accelerate in one of these, you get that push in the back of you, you know, like someone's literally kicking you in the back. And I find that addictive, you know, and the handling is incredible. And I love the way when you look forward, you see the wheel arches, you know, and the bonnet.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? You just see that line up there on the wheel arch.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's fantastic. Feel good, really good.
I've pressed the sports button just to get. I mean, what else? What else is it that that catches your eye, or that you think just, as you said, little glimpses of having a glass of wine in your hand and just appreciating the engineering side of it.
Engineering side, the build quality, the shape of the design. That's what I like. They're an incredible car. The handling is incredible, and they're a usable car as well. You can actually use this every day. If you get some of the we're going left here.
Yeah, left here.
So I wasn't even paying attention.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
Too busy enjoying myself. Oh, I feel that. Isn't that amazing? God, I love the sound of it as well.
It's crazy. It's a mid-engine, mid-mounted engine. You're sitting right up against the engine.
Left here? Yeah, this is addictive, isn't it?
It is so addictive.
No wonder you sell these. They're not Golfs.
The thing is, you get complacent. Yeah, we do a left. You get complacent when you just work for the money. If you could actually make a living, but by doing something that you enjoy, that you cherish, life and work is just a lot more enjoyable. Every day you're looking forward to something.
Yeah.
And then every meal is enjoyable. Every interaction is enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
And I think you should all see life in general. Try and look on the positive side of things. And because there's so many people out there who do look on the negative side of things.
Yeah.
They seem to be happy moaning. I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah, no. I like that attitude. That's the way it should be.
The heated seats are lovely. That's really good.
As you said, they're a good all-round car. It's not a hard, suspension, driver-focused, Porsche. You could still have, somebody here as a passenger with you that's going to go to the south of France with you and cover 2-3 days worth of driving.
Well,
without batting an eyelid.
I've got this plan, this trip planned, where we're going to go and drive to Southern Ireland. It's going to be fantastic.
Wow.
A lot of my friends have got Porsches and other cars. Some of them have got Jags and things, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
And God, this is just it's addictive. It really is.
It is. And what impresses me the most about something like this is it doesn't cost much to run it, from a fuel, insurance, from road taxing, side of things. You get into some other sports cars, they can be incredibly expensive to service, to maintain, and just the fuel economy just isn't there. And we'll do a left by where that van is.
Yeah, I was quite pleased to see that the road tax on this was only about 320 per year, as opposed to otherwise. When I was looking at other vehicles, and it was 650.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, I know it's not a huge deciding factor, but it is a factor.
Oh, absolutely.
And you get good economy on this as well, especially for something with this amount of performance.
For some of my customer, that difference between 300, we'll turn right, that difference between £350, 600 or £600, that might be all the fuel they use in that second or third car throughout a whole year.
That's true, yeah.
Or, that cost of road tax alone combined could be the cost of insurance and road tax.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's nice when you get to this age as well, and your insurance comes down a bit.
Definitely.
It actually costs me fully comp on this car £350 a year.
Incredible.
That's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
I would have never imagined that.
It's one of the good things about getting slightly older.
I remember my first insurance policy was about £5,000.
What kind of car was that?
Honda Jazz.
Honda Jazz.
2002 plate, FL52 AVT.
I love it.
The insurance policy cost so much that I couldn't afford the car, so the car was borrowed from my sister.
Love it. And now you're driving around in 911 turbos.
Oh God. I get goosebumps every time I sit in one of them. As soon as we bought this, if you remember, I literally got into the Tesla and just ran to collect it. You want to touch everything, the tires, the discs, the pads, the interiors. You're just counting your blessings.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this. It's an amazing vehicle. Yeah, I'm going to have so much fun in this.
Thank you.
I'm going to have a whale of a time.
I'm so glad to hear that. Just from an experience point of view, what has it been like with just dealing with car dealers, and then obviously,
it's nerve-wracking when you're buying a car and you obviously you're spending money, hard-earned money, and you're putting deposits down. You think, oh, are they going to be there when I turn up? But what I could see instantly when I turned up at your place, that you knew what you were doing. You were so passionate about your product, you know, and that came through for me. I went away feeling totally confident that you weren't going to run away with my money. And you put trust in me too. You know, you gave me some bits and pieces to take away with me that made me feel comfortable and confident.
Keys, paperwork.
Yeah, absolutely. And that all helps. And you know, and you were on the phone. I was giving you updates. You were giving me updates. And you know, a pleasure to deal with. To be honest with you, really good. And I was literally driving away from you the first time, thinking, when I trade this in, I'm going to come back and see you because you've got loads of really good stock.
Thank you.
And you're bound to have something that's going to be, you know,
a million
my next car.
Oh, a million %. I've had customers trade cars like this, and this is how I got to know and experience the 981Ss. The first 981S was a customer trading it in.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Because they're just at that price range where this is such a brilliant car that a lot of the times people price us out from retailing it.
Yeah.
You know, because you know someone else is going to list this for 35 grand, and between you and I, you're like, well, is it going to really sell at 35,000, or are you taking a really poor part exchange with it? You know, whereas you know we retailed it at what we retailed it between you and I. You know, we don't have to say, but it gets a lot of interest. And then you can get to choose who you want to sell it to out of that interest. Yeah. You know, if you can't do repeat business with somebody, why sell it to him?
Yeah, true.
You know, if you can't get a relationship going with them, why sell it to them?
Yeah. I mean, I will feel confident about coming back to you now and saying, right, you know, I've had this one, I've enjoyed it. It's all copper.
No, that was a garage. I think.
Was it?
Getting the car repaired.
Although I'm not speeding, so you know.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're within the speed limit.
Another thing I like about this car is my girlfriend is not into speed. She doesn't like speed. She just wants a bit of comfort and to feel safe. And I said, yeah, you haven't got to drive this like a maniac. It's a lovely, comfy, cruising car as well. You know, we can go from Norwich. We can go down to Brighton and see some friends. You know, no problem at all.
I mean, this is the vehicle being in sports mode. We're doing 34 miles an hour, and your revs are, I think, 2,000 revs per minute.
Yeah.
If I had to take it off the sports mode, at this speed you'll be doing about 1,400 revs per minute.
Oh, really?
That is equivalent to what you're driving this car in. That is equivalent to driving a Polo or a Golf. You're not stressing. You're not putting any stress. Engine is quiet. Everything's quiet. But now this is the bit of road where it gets a bit fun. So you could put your foot down a little bit, and then you get a beautiful straight line up ahead.
Right about here?
Yeah. Go ahead. This is it.
Oh, sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the sun is always shining.
It's nice.
That's it.
It's not nice when you're done on the roads. You're probably thinking, I could probably go a bit faster, but...
That first time you turned up, that first time, now we're kind of sort of into the village roads in a minute. But that first time you turned up, because, you know, sometimes your gut tells you this customer is a serious, genuine customer. Because we don't want to be test driving a car with 7 customers to sell it to the 8. You know, you want to ideally, of course, have some sort of an understanding, go through the paperwork, go through the car, and just feel confident and comfortable that the test drive is a way of sealing the whole transaction. Because nobody expects to buy anything without test driving it, without seeing it, without feeling it, touching it, driving it, hearing it. So that's why I did a very short loop with you. You know, normally this test drive that we're doing, I mean, in the previous years, this would be my regular test drive.
Oh, would it? Right, yeah.
It's a lot of time,
So
a lot of energy.
You thought I was going to run away and not buy it?
No, not just you. It's just
anyone, I suppose.
over the years, I've just learned to become a bit more efficient.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't tell somebody, oh, no to a test drive unless, you know, you're happy with it. Because a lot of people would just turn up for a joyride, genuinely. So I'm really glad that you and I mean, this is my exact point. I'm so glad that you and I get to do that proper test drive that I wanted to experience with you.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
On the way back, we're going to try the pedal shifts.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I'm not sure if you're noticing something. You get really good turning circles on this.
Yeah, you do. I noticed that the first time I drove it, actually. When we turned around in that road, I was like, this is pretty good. You don't expect it, do you? Not from a sports car.
Yeah. So in terms of the pedal shift, just drop it a gear if you don't mind. Yeah. And if you're going to drop it a gear, foot off the accelerator, by the way. Foot off the accelerator. Yeah. Drop it one more time. Yeah.
Oh, it's got the auto boom.
Yep, it does. It doesn't have the auto blip though.
The auto boom.
Yeah, it does have the auto boom, not the blip.
Oh,
and then just accelerate now.
Yeah.
Because there was a bit of a delay and you very softly accelerated.
Yeah.
The transmission, the PDK transmission, reads your behavior and goes into normal mode of driving again.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's a very intelligent gearbox in the sense that once you engage the pedal shift, it doesn't get stuck in that gear.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, so you're not wondering, how do I get it back into the standard auto?
It'll just go back automatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that response from your right foot with the accelerator, it will kind of pick, oh yeah, Craig is being gentle with the accelerator. It seems as if he wants to go back to the standard.
Nice
So,
one.
and anytime you're dropping a gear or going up a gear, embed that into your practice by taking your foot off the accelerator. Because in a manual car, you wouldn't be accelerating and shifting down or shifting up a gear. If you've noticed.
I'm with you. Yeah. So it will. Can you tell if it's has it gone back to automatic? Is there a way of actually saying it's gone back to, you know, the automatic gearbox?
So if you wanted it, do you see where it says D?
Yeah.
And it's got a red dot next to it.
Yeah.
If we wanted it fully manual, we literally slide this across into.
Oh, I see. Manual
left,
mode.
and that's it.
And now I can go up and down the gearbox here or on here.
Yeah, exactly.
Either.
Yep. Yeah.
See, so now I put it back that way, and it will naturally, with the trading throttle, go back into.
Correct. But when you've got it into the total manual engaging mode, it's not going to go back into the auto gear changes.
Right. Okay. So you just need to nudge that across.
Yep.
Then you've got total control.
Yeah. Then you've got total manual control. But if you wanted the best of both worlds, just foot of the accelerator, flick a gear down. You can do it now. Good bit of roll. Yeah. Go back down.
Oh, isn't that good?
And really, the sweet spot of these cars, just on the type of roads that we are in right now, is between 5,000 to 6,000 RPM.
Right. Really,
so
really up there.
Don't be afraid. We still have a bit of a way to go back.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to actually take it up to 5,000 RPM, because I'd rather you experience that now. We have a good exchange of ideas about it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Than you being afraid down the line.
Later on. Yeah. I think when you get in a new car, you always baby it a bit and get used to it, and then by the time you've had it 3 months, you are up there, aren't you, using it?
Yes.
But I'd need to give it a little bit of road, I think, don't I?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll just knock it down a couple of. Well, when do we get the straight? Just around the corner here.
We're not going to get any more straight, I'm afraid.
This is it.
But the best way is drop your gears before you enter a corner, and just.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? What a feeling. So I don't know what we went to there. I was too busy driving.
No, it's same here.
So is that? So we've got 2 lights on at the moment.
Oh yeah.
So it does tell me it comes off.
Yeah. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Because you went and pressed the pedal shift.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so far throughout the whole driving experience, I didn't have the sport suspension activated.
Yeah. What happens there?
So if I press that button, that gets the sport suspension, and you should feel
It's a bit
straight
harder.
away. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does the Sport Plus do then?
Sport Plus would also deactivate the what's it called? The traction control.
Oh,
And
is it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's deactivated. Oh, I see. We don't want to do that. Really,
Correct,
do we?
correct. And then it's like almost total driver focused.
Ah, I see.
It holds the gears for a lot longer, almost to the degree that you've got to be shifting up
Right.
or shifting down.
I see. So this is now harder suspension for the corners and bits and pieces.
I mean, do you kind of feel it? The
Yeah,
damper control
I do feel that.
it automatically kicks in. And that's a great feature to have, especially if you're going to be taking this to the track or you're going to be doing any type of hard driving.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm the kind of take it to the track kind of guy, but we'll see. I do. A couple of my mates take theirs, you know.
Yeah.
So I might do that. But I bet it'd be quite fun around the track.
Oh, totally. I mean, a lot more fun than driving a Porsche 911 Carrera S
Yeah.
or even a Carrera 4.
Yeah, I mean, this feels a lot lighter, more nimble. I think the Carrera 4 did feel a heavier car. You know, I suppose it is a heavier car.
Oh,
bigger
it
car.
is. It totally, a lot more heavier. I don't know by exactly how many kilograms, but the 991.1s and the 981s, as a matter of fact, they're lighter than its predecessors, purely down to the fact that they use more aluminium, better metal composites.
All right.
And all of this kind of contributes to probably about 150 kilograms of weight reduction.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's sizable, isn't it? Really?
They are a couple of inches longer.
Mm.
I'm sure you could appreciate that slowly with time they've become, you know, more GT cars.
Certainly so. This just drives lovely, isn't it? You just wouldn't get bored of driving this, would you?
Yeah, totally not. I mean, as I said the first time you were here, it's got every single spec item you could think of speccing it brand new.
Mm.
You know, sports steering wheel, cruise control, sports chrono plus package, the sports seats plus. Maybe you could argue that it would have been nice if it had the sports exhaust. But that's...
But the sports exhaust doesn't add to any performance, does it? It just literally sound, is it? Or is there a little bit?
They say you do gain about 2 to 3 bhp.
Oh, really? Well, the way I drive, that won't be that won't be noticeable.
Yeah. You know, somebody commented on the video, because I said the exact same thing when I did the video review. Somebody said you could now get a glass, you know, where this back, the carpets are and the covers are for the engine.
Oh, yeah.
You could now have a glass installed there. And from what I heard, you get more, you know, the soundproofing is removed and you get a lot more organic sound coming out of the engine. But the whole point of you wanting it, you know, the way it is because there's a element of your girlfriend driving it, and I think maybe that's gonna put her off.
Yeah, she's insured on it. So
Nice.
but she doesn't. She says she's a bit nervous about it, but we'll be fine. Yeah, really like it. Really like it. Looking forward to getting my phone connected and things.
Thank you very much.
Making it sort of mine, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead. You definitely do that. You turn right there. I mean, we're here towards the end of our test drive. Any last comments? Anything, you know, else, you know, you want to share?
I just want to say thank you, really, because you've made the experience of buying it, well, very, very nice. It's this one here, isn't
Yes,
it?
please. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, I'm glad.
You know, I certainly wouldn't hesitate coming back. Put it that way.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words.
And the warranty I've got on this, which that makes me feel so confident as well, knowing that, you know, because if something horribly went wrong, you know, if the gearbox blew up,
Definitely.
to have to pay for that would hurt.
Yeah,
So-
no, I totally agree.
So that gives a nice bit of confidence, doesn't it, having that warranty?
Yeah, the platinum warranty that you know, it's custom written with warranty-wise. You also get a breakdown cover with it. They will cover you to within 50 miles of the nearest garage.
Oh, right.
This is where it was really bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you managed it so well there.
Bumpy old thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. This is the only bit of the whole experience from Invictus
Yeah, I know.
that lets us down.
Yeah, you just need a Range Rover for this bit.
Well, it depends how bad this road can get sometimes.
Yeah.
Even the Range Rover is like.
Oh, really? Yeah. Magic. Yeah, really good experience. Really good
thank you.
experience, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Genuinely appreciate it. And thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and for all the love and support that we get online. Thank you.